Welcome to Glory Vision. My name is Javez. I don't know you personally, but I hope you're having a lovely day. The reason I'm making this video today is because I got something to say that you've been needing to hear. And what I gotta say is that you're the only you who exists in this world. You will always be the only you who exists in this world. The only one. I say this because I see a lot of people scared to be themselves in today's day and age. And I don't blame them, I was like that once too. But now I'm not. So I want to let you know how you can get to that position. I'm going to tell you guys about a little personal story, and then I hope you guys relate it to your life. Basically, when I was a kid, I didn't really know who I was. I used to be fat when I was growing up. I grew up in a fat family, so I was a little chubby kid growing up. Growing up, I didn't really feel like the most attractive kid in the room, Yeah, I might have been cute, I might have been funny. People might have said they liked me, but I always felt some type of way when I'd look at skinny kids with their abs, and I'd be like, damn, bro, why can't I be like that? And then that's kind of where it all started, I started having identity problems. I was like, man, I don't even know who I am. I don't even know who I want to be. So what I would do is I would copy other people. In what way? I would look at other YouTubers and be like, oh, I want to be more like them. I'm going to start talking more like them. I'd start using different words, different languages. I'd start eating different, just things that shouldn't be happening. But I let myself get influenced because I didn't want to be me. I didn't know how to be me. It was something that was very unusual to me, being myself. So it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't a comfortable thing to do. Now, what made it change? Simple. So I say simple, but it's really not simple. In theory it is, but in practice it's a whole different story. What I had to do was I had to spend some time alone, sitting in my room, thinking who am I? Why am I alive? Questioning myself. Now keep in mind, this was at I was 12 years old. I'm currently 18. At 12 years old, I was like, who am I? I had no idea who I was, what I wanted to be in life. I didn't know anything. And then something just hit me, the chances of me being alive, the chances of my sperm getting to my mother's, we don't need to get into the scientific terms, but the fact that my sperm was the one out of all the millions that was able to make it through and manifest in real life is enough proof to make me realize I need to be my own person. Basically, y'all, after I had this revelation, I just felt very free. I didn't feel like I was in chains anymore. I just stopped trying to be somebody who I wasn't. I was like, I'm gonna be myself, and whoever doesn't like me can fuck off. I don't really care about you if you don't like me. I know who I am. I'm trying to become my own person, and if you don't like that, then you can just see yourself out. This was me at the time. I must have been grade 6, maybe something like that. Around that time I was starting to come to realization I'm really alive, bro. Even before I knew this, but when it got to around that age, I was like, I'm really in this earth for real. This is not a joke. After that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the most out of this. It made me realize at the end of the day, I'm going to be the only me on earth. And even if I might not feel like I'm a significant person, I know for a fact other people looked at me and in one way or another looked up to me. I can say this proudly because I was always a kid who was blurring out random words, and I was making the students laugh, call me the class clown, whatever you would have wanted to call me, man, whatever. All I knew is I was making people laugh, and that shit made me feel good. I didn't feel like I was being somebody else. I just felt like I was being myself, and by being myself, I was able to make other people happy. So I was like, why would I even want to be somebody else? It doesn't even make any sense. Once you truly seep into who you're supposed to be, anything else just doesn't align correctly. It's it doesn't make sense. If I'm so true to myself, why would I go out of the way and try and copy the way this guy talks or the way this guy dresses? It just doesn't make any sense, But here's what I didn't really notice. So you change from wanting to be like somebody else, to truly understanding who I am, or attempting to understand who I am, it wasn't easy. You know, when I first drifted away from that trying to be somebody else type phase, it was hard. You know, I started at level 1, so it wasn't something easy. I didn't really know what I was doing, but over time you keep going and you progress as a person. You know, that's how you really realize how far you've came over time. You know, you can't realize how far you've came in one day. It's just been one day, but over time the differences add up. You know, the changes, they add up, and it makes a difference. So basically what I'm saying, man, is if you've been living your life trying to live like somebody else, like somebody you're not, if you want to start being true to yourself, you're going to start at 0, realistically, because you probably don't know who you are. You haven't spent any time with yourself to realize who you truly want to be. And the reason I say this is because you might be an inspiration to somebody, but you might not realize it. You know, you might be so caught up in your own thoughts that you don't even realize there are other people who look up to you. Because trust me with this, you might not see the good in you, but other people will. Not all people will see the good in you, but those who will, you know what I'm saying, they'll see it. And you might not know that they see it, but they see it for sure. They might not ever tell you that they see it, but they see it. And this is what you need to realize. You set an example, especially when you were true to yourself, when you're genuine to yourself. You're setting an example for others around you to do the same thing. And it's like, why would you not want everybody to do that? Basically what I'm saying is, you truly don't know yourself until you lock yourself in a room for 30 minutes with no distractions. The only thing on your mind is to realize who you actually are. Sit down with a pen and paper, with nothing around you, no phone, no nothing. That's when you will really understand what you want to be in life, the type of person you want to become, and how you're going to get there. My bad about the people yelling, man. It's some crazy stuff going on, but essentially what I want you to do after this video, lock yourself in a room. No phone. Here's the thing, you don't got to do 30 minutes. You only got to do 1 minute. That's all I want you to do. Sit down for 1 minute. Why am I making you do this? Because I know that if you actually sit down for 1 minute, you're going to realize that's not enough time. And if you actually want to be true to yourself, you're going to put in the work and you're going to put in the time to figure out who you actually want to be in life. The type of person you actually want to become, how you want to affect those around you. Basically, man, what I'm saying is meditation will always be the way. Meditation is elevation. Separation is elevation. Separate yourself from others. You will see the type of person who you truly are, not who you think you are. Listen to that. Listen to that. Why do I say meditation is elevation? When you meditate, there are no distractions. It's just you and yourself alone with your thoughts, which is what humans need, because humans don't do enough of this. Hey man, I hope y'all learned something. This is Jvez signing out. Glory Vision. Love to all. Stay strong.